I did it! I beat Ultraviolence! Yes! Yes! You made it! Yes! I did it! Yes! Yes! Game control! Yes! Yes! We beat it! Oh! I beat it! Yes! Yes, I did it! Yes! Yes! I did it, Extreme Demon! Oh! I beat it! I beat it! Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go outside right now. I beat it! I beat falling up! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Oh my gosh! Let's go! I beat it! Yes! 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 Yes!
Oh my God.
Yes! I beat Plasma Pulse 3! Yes! Yes! Let's go! Yes! I just beat Bloodbath! I just beat Bloodbath! Holy! Oh my gosh! Digital Descent. Where do I even begin? It all started back in March of 2024, back when my hardest was Heartbeat. I really wanted to try something like out of my league, and this beast is exactly what I stumbled upon. Originally, I made this bet with one of my good friends, Italia GD, that as long as he was playing Bloodbath as his new hardest, I would be stuck playing this monstrous level. I started off feeling really confident, learning the whole level, and kind of sucking at it, but it was a nice start. I kicked off my progress with a good run of 62 to 100. It wasn't much, but it was still cool to see that I could do runs on a level like this at least. The progress slowly rolled in, as I got some sorts of consistency with the beginning, leading me to get what was my best run at the time, 46%. This is the start of Devon, what is infamously considered the hardest part, even though I think it isn't. Everyone at this time still doubted that I was able to do the level, thinking that I'll just hate it and drop it after too much playing. I took some time off, getting smaller runs, when I was forced to do the hardest run yet, 42 to 100, which is the start of Devon all the way to the end of the level. 42 to 100 would have been the hardest thing I've ever done in Geometry Dash at that time, entirely. Harder than the current hardest I had at that time, Heartbeat. It was by far the longest it took me to get a run on Digital Descent, taking me nearly 20,000 attempts to even do. I finally did it though, and it was time to grind from zero fully. The 42 to 100 skill boost was real because I got 70 shortly after, fluking all the way to Galvatron, what I think, personally, is the hardest part. I was so hyped, only a little bummed that my recording didn't pick up my mic. It still turned into a main channel upload, and I was still determined to do more. A few weeks or so later, after countless hours of grinding from zero, I finally got a new best of 87%, making it all the way to the Serpent UFO, only to choke at the easier part of the level. The cherry on top for the unluckiness was that my recording had this weird bug where it cut off midway through the recording to show a frozen screen on the pause menu, which only pissed me off even further. After that countless more hours of grinding from zero, it was all starting to fade away. There was no more consistency, there was no more new bests, there was no more fun. It honestly turned into a chore more than a grind, and it was really starting to get to me. It began to grow even more difficult to open the level, making me dread the session that I was about to do every time. After a certain point, I finally snapped and declared that I was going to be dropping Digital Descent. It wasn't going to be playing it anymore. And that was that. I had completely forgotten about Digital Descent like a week or two later, only focusing on like easier extremes that would not take me nearly as long. I even tried sparking up new semi-grinds like Subsonic, but that sadly never happened. I mean, on Subsonic, I'd gotten 74% and 13 to 90, but I gave up for mostly the same reasons as Digital Descent, just not as intense. This is where all of my Geometry Dash career began to fall apart. I was in a horrible spot, horrible mood, and everyone around me was slowly doing their dreams while I was stuck seeing mine uncompleted. Aredl, a box member, began to, he beat his first list demon, Shimmer, and Italia beat his dream level Bloodbath, and hell, Schmeigel even had a harder hardest than me, with the Hell Factory. I was really happy for them, but deep down I had been hoping for a moment like theirs for months at that point. I finally got back to my senses and began trying to beat small new hardests like Plasma Pulse 3, which I beat as my hardest almost half a year later after I did Heartbeat, and that was all thanks to Digital Descent. But then, Christmas of 2025 began to roll around, and everyone began getting Seiyou devices. I never really seen the importance of having a Seiyou, because I thought my up arrow was just as good as a Seiyou device, but oh my gosh, I was wrong. I couldn't really think of anything else I wanted for Christmas, so I mean, why not ask people to get me a Seiyou device? My amazing friend Katie got me my Seiyou device for Christmas, and I immediately started seeing changes. I could actually straight fly now, and I was feeling the most confident I had ever been. I was somehow able to easily knock out 2 hardests in one day, those being Wavebreaker and somehow Bloodbath. I was feeling happier and better than ever, finally getting out of that horrible loophole I was stuck in after dropping Digital Descent. I began to remember Digital a little bit later after Bloodbath, especially after Italia was talking about wanting to beat Artificial Ascent. We made another deal, just like the one we made almost a year ago. I come back to Digital Descent, he plays Artificial. I was feeling confident in coming back to Digital, mainly because of the 5 Extreme Demons I steamrolled prior after I got my Seiyou device in like 4 days. I almost got 42 to 100 again, and somehow almost got 16 to 100 that session, and I decided it was finally time to play from zero. It was actually really looking good, mainly because I was getting to Devon like really often. I got an attempt to 72% getting to Galvatron that session, and that run made it clear I could actually beat this really soon. I kept going, and sure enough, that session was the one. I had passed Galvatron, passed Gurmal, passed Flak, gotten past my current best of 87, somehow not dying at Heinz, and I barely made it through Rustam to finally complete the most influential demon I have ever opened. Thanks so much to everyone who supported me through this journey, especially all the members of Box. I can't believe it's finally done, and trust me, this will not be the last thing I do in this game. Well, without further ado, I present to you Digital Descent by Vipern and More, after almost a year in the making.
Free drives, bro.
How many gigabytes?
What is that?
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. Get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah.
Yes, I can. Doubt, better leave. I wonder what this plan. Pull me, grab from the fucking
gosh! Oh my gosh! Yes! 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 Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I beat Digital Descent! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Yes! Yes! What? What? Oh my gosh! What? Oh! Yes! Oh my gosh! Oh, what? 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 Oh my gosh! Holy! Oh! Oh my gosh! I'm shaking! Oh, I'm shaking! Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I did the thing!
Oh my god! I
did the thing.
don't think anybody thought you would beat it that fast, but good job!
I'll be right back.
Holy. Okay, give me a second.
Beat Digital.
Okay, Digital Descent by Viprin. Almost a year in the making. Holy. What?
1 day of coming
When
back.
did
by the
you
way,
start?
one-
What? Oh my gosh.
Today.
Bro.
No, but like first time for the.
Oh my gosh. I did it. I did the thing.
Oh my god, good job!